Namaskaram. My name is Sangeeta and this is my daughter Sharanya. She helps me here. She really learns a lot here, I would say, more than any place else. We are a family-run business. We are Navami Golu dolls that are exclusively, perhaps right now I can say with confidence and humility and gratitude that we are perhaps the largest Golu business, Golu selling folks in the United States, in the North America itself. I want to begin with thank you as we introduce and take you on a tour of what all we have here for all of you. So right from something as grand and charismatic as something like a 3 feet Vishnu and his consort Lakshmi and Pavai Velakka and all, to the smallest, I think the smallest bomme we have is like maybe about 5 to 6 inch or maybe even smaller in some social set. We have a large collection of ammans, and for example that is Rajamatangi, and we try to get different sizes of ammans. These are some of the larger sizes that people cannot bring it in their boxes safely or even as an additional luggage because they do break if they are not carefully handled, but we bring them by a cargo, so they all come very carefully. Rajamatangi, for example, is extremely good for kids, for those who have kids, in terms of helping them learn the arts like music and dance. Adiparashakti is a very, very powerful goddess who is a combination of Shakti and has Shiva there and all the elements of the Muruga and Shiva and Vinayaka there in her. Similarly, we have the Mangalya Balam Amman, Mangalya Balam Tarum Amman. She is very good for married women in terms of blessing them with a very long marital life and longevity in marriage. Similarly, almost all ammans have a lot of significance as to who they are and why. That is Teechetti Amman. She is the fire goddess. Fire, which is such an important element for us in our daily lives, without which we wouldn't be able to eat in today's day. She is the Teechetti Amman, who is the fire goddess, and Andal, the only female Alvar who rose to become a goddess, who was found as a baby and then rose to become a goddess and a very huge Krishna devotee. And again, we also have some folk goddesses, like for example, this is Kannadi Amman. Again, another form of Shakti. We not only get the main Ammans like the Durga, Saraswati and Lakshmi, but we also try to really do our research and ensure that we get into the folk side of stories and make sure that people who relate from their village or from their childhood are able to get Ammans like the Kannadi Amman. This is a very unique, we got her for the first time this year. Very, very unique Amman. And then another folk Amman is the Putra Amman there. She is a Swayambhu Amman, and she was found at an ant hill. Even to date, the ant hill stays intact there, and people pray to her and they say that she does help, especially when some planetary positions are not very good for people. They go to the Putramman to pray, and she does help, especially during Rahu planetary positions and all of that. Then we have our Meenakshi and Andal. We have Lakshmi and Saraswati. Another goddess called Saptashringi. She is another form of Kali. Similarly, we have another Kali Amman here. And one of my favorite goddesses is Vaibhav Lakshmi here. She is a form of Lakshmi, and she is especially known for prosperity and good fortune and wealth, and which is why she's surrounded by all those boxes of gold. And we also focus, I really want to draw your attention to the features of all the Ammans. If you notice, they're all extremely pretty. We don't compromise on the features. Like for example, even something like us, this is a very unique Bommai in itself. This is Tulasi Madam Amman. We all pray to Tulasi. A lot of us have a Tulasi Madam in our homes, even here in the United States. And we grew up with a Tulasi Madam in our backyards, in India. Even in an apartment, we would have a pot with Tulasi in it. One of my favorite sections this time is here, the Vadavur Ramar set. It's extremely popular this year. We got it for the first time here at Navami Golu dolls, and the Vadavur Ramar dolls this is how it would be if you were live there at Vadavur temple, and that is exactly how we got this year. And look at their glow, how beautiful they look and how grand they look. They've become very popular with people, and this is the last set I have for those who may be watching. I don't know if it will remain by the time you watch the YouTube video. And then another unique one is the Melkote Utsava Perumal. So the Melkote Perumal is there. Everybody knows that he is really popular for his the Vaira Mudi that he wears, the crown that he wears during the Utsavam. But this is very unique Utsava Vigraham, and so we got the Perumal with his tayar, but we also ensured we got Utsava Vigraham. Manavyala Mamunigal, the first of the Alvar clan and the ones that set that entire the Alvar legacy. It starts there, and look at how gorgeous, and the colors there, and whether it is the gold or the rose and bronze finish. Again, similarly, the Bhadrachala Ramar set or the Panduranga Akkumai set. All these are very, very unique. So we make sure people get the black and gold, the bronze and gold, also the color ones, and we go as detailed as possible with respect to the features and even the paint that's used on our Golu dolls. We ensure that they are suitable for the American climate, which especially in the northern parts or in the southern parts, there are areas that gets very, very hot, and in the northern areas it gets very cold. Sometimes there's flooding in people's basements. So we're trying really hard to make sure the quality of these dolls is really well maintained in terms of the paint and in terms of the finishing as well. And we are trying to meet the quality of and expectation of people that are living here in Northern America, and sometimes in Europe. We are able to ship to Europe as well of late. So that's a fortunate development that has happened recently. Namakkal Narasimhar and Tayar, for those who may not know the story, the Namakkal Narasimhar and Tayar are the ones where the mathematician, the great legendary Srinivasa Ramanujar would go and pray when he was young, and he did not know math, and he was blessed with all that knowledge after he goes to that temple. Combination of very traditional Bommai as well as very unique Bommais. We try to make look at that, whether this is Aishwarya Perumal, he's Garuda Vahana, he's being lifted by Garuda along with his Lakshmi. This is the Adipuram Mandal. Adipuram, as you all may be aware, is a great festival that is celebrated in Tamil Nadu, and this is a form of Andal. Behind you see is our typical Ashtalakshmi. We get about 3 to 4 different sizes of Ashtalakshmis, and this is one of the sizes. I'll show you the others a bit later. This time we focused on customizing all the marapachis and ensuring that they're all very well dressed up. We have several sizes, I think 4 or 5 different sizes and price ranges in the marapachi bomme, and each of them is decorated in a different way. So you can buy more than one, and that in itself will be such a wonderful experience for your children, and they're non-breakable because they're unbreakable because that's made with wood. He's called Adyanta Prabhu. This god is a combination of Vinayakar and Hanuman, both elements of Shiva. Vinayakar representing the Adi, the beginning, and Hanuman representing the one without an end. As you have seen, there's a very large collection here. We've received an entire, I would say a 40 feet container full of dolls, which comes to over 1,000 dolls of various kinds. And there are more dolls, so please, we are constantly updating our social media, Instagram and Facebook, and now with the help of our friends on YouTube, and we have a WhatsApp community as well. So please join us. All the links will be provided under the video here on YouTube, so please follow those links. Contact us on our WhatsApp. We'll be more than happy for those that cannot come in person. Those of you that are local and in a drivable distance, you're very welcome to come in person and shop with us. But if you are not in a drivable distance, we are very happy to do video calls with you. We will be making sure that we measure the doll, we show you the doll, and the doll that we show you is the doll that we will be shipping, because integrity and honesty is really at the heart, and the passion is really at the heart of everything that we are doing here. This is not like a normal business. We can take a store, but we don't want to pass on the store and its rent and the costs on to our customers, because that's not our goal here. So please do help us, support us, and help primarily. When I say us, I truly mean our Indian artisans back home. It's our legacy, our culture, our tradition, and it is our responsibility to take care of them and pass it on to our future generations. So please do help us. Thank you so much, and we really hope that we are part of your Golu this year and going forward every year from now on. Thank you so much.